Pet peeves. We all have them, and somehow, rude people are especially talented at creating new ones. So here are some of mine. People who sneeze or cough without covering their mouth. It's disgusting. They teach you this in preschool, yet grown adults still sneeze next to people like it's nothing. One time, at a school assembly, a boy sneezed on a girl, and it snot landed in her hair. I'll never forget the look of horror on her face. And all of that could have been avoided with an elbow. No one wants your germ mist. Please cover your mouth. When people do something rude and then cover up by saying it was just a joke. What's your problem? Relax, it was just a joke. No, you're just being rude. Bad pranks. If your prank involves ruining someone's stuff, it's not funny. Cutting earbuds, spilling drinks, destroying clothes. What if that was their favorite shirt? Something sentimental. Not everything can be replaced with money. Public bathroom stalls with huge gaps. If the gap is big enough to make eye contact, it's too big. Why are we sacrificing privacy like this? We're all just trying to use the bathroom in peace. People who don't respect personal space. Why are you standing so close in line that you're touching me? One time, a woman was literally rubbing her purse against my back. When someone does nothing in a group project and you're the bad guy for calling it out. She's not doing anything in the group project. Wow, you're such a snitch. No, I told you every class. You chose to doom scroll instead. This is a story time for another video, but fun fact, I almost got expelled because of a group project. And yes, it involved a slacker. When people ask for advice, and then ignore it. If you want to vent, just say it. Don't ask for help, ignore everything, and then repeat the same cycle only to complain again. When someone starts spilling tea, then backs out. Okay, so basically, actually, I'm not allowed to say this. Then why did you bring it up? When people jump to extremes instead of taking accountability. Fine, I'll just stop talking altogether then. That's not growth, that's avoidance. When people try to invalidate your pain because they went through something worse. Hey, Rose, are you okay? You look down. Yeah, I broke my arm at practice, so I can't compete. I'm just really bummed. You think that's bad? At least your other arm isn't broken. I've broken both my arms before. It was way worse. Okay, this isn't a competition. Just because you had it worse doesn't make your pain any less real. If you were trying to relate, that was the wrong way to say it. You turned it into a comparison, and now you're just dismissing her. People asking for your stuff when they're not even your friend. This happened to me all the time in school. Random people I've never even spoken to would come up to me like, "Can I have some?" Why? We're not friends. I don't even know you. What makes you feel so entitled to something I have? And the weird part is, if you say no, suddenly you're the greedy one. But who's actually greedy here? The person setting a boundary or the person who only talks to you when they want something? If someone asked to trade, I'd be happy to. I'd say yes. It's 1 for 1. It's fair. But coming up to me, someone you've never spoken to, and just expecting a freebie? That's not friendliness, that's entitlement. And before anyone goes, wow, you actually said no to them? No, I did give it to them. But that's kind of the point. It doesn't feel good when people only approach you when they want something from you. Menus without pictures. I want to see what I'm ordering. Some things sound good, but look questionable. Let me make an informed decision. Stores without price tags. Why do I have to ask and then get stuck in an awkward situation if it's overpriced? 頼むから値段を載せてくれ. When employees fix something you literally just touched, even though nothing needed fixing. You pick a clothing from a rack, look at it, realize it's not for you, and put it back properly. And I mean properly. The clothing is still on the hanger. The hanger is aligned with the others. Nothing is slipping off. It literally looks untouched. But the employee rushes over the exact item you just put back and adjusts it. The adjustment? Nothing! I know some people will say, they're just doing their job. Look, I've worked retail before. I know employees are told to keep everything looking organized. But if a customer puts something back perfectly and it literally looks untouched, why immediately adjust it like they messed it up? It creates this awkward feeling like, did I do something wrong? It makes you feel like a toddler who just made a mess even though you didn't. When employees get cold because you didn't buy anything, they're super friendly while you're browsing until you don't purchase something. Then, suddenly, attitude. Here's what I noticed. Before I leave, if an employee helped me, I always thank them and wish them a good day. And honestly, about 80% of the time, if they've had that switch up in attitude, they don't say goodbye. They just completely ignore me with this mad sour look on their face. It's like a child throwing a tantrum at their parents for not buying that toy, and now that kid is giving the parents the silent treatment. That's exactly the energy some employees give when you don't buy anything. Being welcoming matters way more than one sale. When service workers offer things like they're free and then charge you. Want a refill? Do you want sauce? And then it shows up on the bill. And before anyone says, well, obviously it costs money, that's not the point. If something costs extra, just say it. Because when you offer something without mentioning a price, you're creating the impression that it's included. Also, why is it my responsibility? Ask the customer to double check whether it costs extra. Wait, is it free? Which is awkward for everyone. It's not about the money. It's about clarity. Just say, refills are $2. Do you want one? Now I know what I'm agreeing to. No guessing, no awkwardness, no surprise charges. When people wear shoes inside someone else's house, if your household allows it, fine. Your house, your rules. But if you're a guest, follow their rules. I went to a friend's house once who was a no-shoe household, and it was raining outside. We all walk in, and one of my friends just keeps her shoes on. And not just any shoes, muddy boots. We go into the bedroom, and I'm standing there thinking, why does she look taller than me right now? I know she's the same height. I look down, she's still wearing them on the carpet, leaving footprints. And I'm just standing there, like, at some point, you shouldn't need to be told. Inconvenient conversations, like when a dentist is trying to have a full-blown conversation with you when their tools are in your mouth. Oh yeah, so Elia, what graduation quote did you use? Wow, that is a beautiful quote. You actually understand me? Talking with food in your mouth. If you cover up, fine. If not, please stop. A teacher once did this and food literally flew onto my binder. When you compliment someone and they make it weird. Your outfit is really nice. Okay. Now I want my compliment back. Give it back! But yeah, those are some of my pet peeves. I'm definitely forgetting some, and I will be mad about it later. To my melodies out there, what's one pet peeve that drives you insane?